You have Brahms composing his last works and his late piano pieces in 1892, 1893. And actually Schoenberg writing his first piano pieces in 1894. So you have this whole world in Vienna that we don't always think of as overlapping, because we tend to think of the 20th century as starting. We don't think about the fact that Sigmund Freud could have been sitting in a cafe with Brahms nearby.
Sigmund Freud was working on what he called a scientific study, the interpretation of dreams. His message?
What we dreamt came out of our daily life and revealed things to us that we didn't know.
Sarah Rothenberg's multimedia production, In the Garden of Dreams, presented by the Camera of Houston, is mused by the confluence of ideas between dreams and the unconscious in music, visual art, literature, science, and theater of turn-of-the-century Vienna.
The visual artist, Max Klinger, put together basically a set of Brahms songs and illustrated them in an extremely imaginative way that could only be described as surreal. And he sent this to Brahms. Brahms wrote a very beautiful letter to Klinger. He says, perhaps you can't think what this must mean to me. I see your images and I hear my music.
Through a collection of late Brahms leader, bass baritone Michael Shumwell embodies the character of the artist.
He's very angry at what his life has become and what he's gained, but more importantly, what he's lost, and just how he can deal with those emotions as he goes through this journey.
We see him receiving this letter, and through the music of Brahms, the inner worlds of the protagonist takes over. The songs tell the story of a love affair from the past. Then in the end, all of the dream imagery has disappeared, and he's in this empty room.
He goes through such an emotional roller coaster within a small time frame.
And then that world leads us to the Book of the Hanging Gardens.
Schoenberg's haunting monodrama, The Book of the Hanging Gardens, is set in a decaying landscape.
You have the poetry of Stefan Georg, which is filled with symbols.
Stefan Georg's poetry, it's very full of pictures and full of emotions.
Enhanced by set and lighting design by Marcus Doshi and imagery and projections by Sven Ortel, Schoenberg's song cycle delves into the mind of an obsessed lover, what perhaps could have been a patient of Sigmund Freud.
She was young, this love affair began, and she didn't know it was going to take her over to such an extent. And we then move to the imagery of Gustav Klimt, who, just like the text of Stefan Georg, he paints paintings of flowers, and they're about so much more.
Schoenberg, he loads every emotion, every picture with the most incredible harmonies.
Her story is everyone's story, regardless of gender.
When you're in love, it's a potion, it's a drug, you can't resist.
Rothenberg's production is rooted in the aesthetic of Schoenberg.
Schoenberg himself was a visual artist. He painted, he sketched stage designs for some of his works. I came across this quote of Schoenberg's, which is, making music with the media of the stage. And I realized that's what I had been doing. In the end, though, it tells me that all art is the same and speaks the same language.
At the end, what Rothenberg wants is to heighten the audience experience.
The idea is that people lose themselves in the piece to such an extent that they don't know whether they're looking or they're listening. Everything that's there, that's visual, that's dramatic, is to allow them to experience the music even more viscerally.
Sarah Rothenberg's In the Garden of Dreams premieres on Friday and Saturday at the Wortham Theater Center. Find more information in the Camera's website and on CultureMap.com. This is Joe Lukes reporting.